Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming back. Today I want to try something different, something new. I want to do like an end of the month review of like movies or series that I watch. I'm gonna just give like a quick overview of the show or movie. I'm gonna do movies first and then series, but there's not like an order of, oh, this is the best and this is, I have a rating at the end of it, but let's see how this goes. First movie that I watched this month was Hokum. I watched this with my brother and my sister-in-law. I banked on this being like one of the scariest movies ever. Oh my god, the promos for this movie got me. I was like, ooh, this is gonna be a scary one. You know, they kind of like hinted here and all that. It's gonna be like witchcraft and stuff like that. I was so excited. I'm not gonna say that this is like the best horror movie ever. I did enjoy the movie. I didn't think it sucked. The pacing was definitely slow. It was definitely a slow burn, but I enjoyed the movie. It is starring Adam Scott, and Adam Scott, as many people know, he's a comedian. He's a comedic actor. The overall story for this is that it was an author that he's basically a lone wolf kind of guy, but he's kind of an asshole. He kind of likes his, solitude. He goes to, I think, Ireland or something, and he's like trying to spread his parents' ashes, and that's just like the clue of what the ending of this movie is. But I really did enjoy this because it was like a slow burn, and then you were like, oh dude, is it this, is it this, is it this, and then it is like, oh, it is this, oh, it is that, oh, and that's actually there. That's what kept me intrigued with this movie. This movie was not scary for me. There was probably one jump scare that got me, and then the rest was just like, you mother, like, why did this have to happen? Why is this, man, if you wouldn't be such an ass, it was kind of one of those movies. It was like a guilty psychological horror. Like, it starts talking to you and make you start seeing things. It's like you start hallucinating and start doing stuff like that. Hokum. And he actually says it at one point. So Hokum. It kept you intrigued of like, what's gonna happen? Something's gonna happen, And to me, there's probably more than one jump scare. But the one that actually got me was, spoiler, the mom walking behind him. I enjoyed this movie. I thought this movie was great. I gave it a 8 out of 10. My next movie is Mortal Kombat. This movie I was excited and hyped for since last year. It was supposed to come out in October 2025, but they pushed it back for whatever reasons, reshoots, I don't know. They had to finish the editing, the CGI. I will say the CGI is great in this one. The world looks like the video game. Every scene is like taking place in a different realm, which is pretty cool. I thought this movie was way past overdue, and it kind of felt short. The first Mortal Kombat movie, I think it sucked. The story for the first one, I wasn't really... it didn't appeal to me because it was a new character, and everybody, even like audience fans that played the game, wanted one of the characters from the video game to actually be one of the characters that carry this. Everybody was going for Liu Kang, which we all do. We all want Liu Kang's story because he's supposed to be the chosen one in every world. But I guess in this realm, he's not the chosen one. They're focusing on Cole Young, which in the second one, I'm kind of happy of what happens to Cole Young. That's a little bit of a spoiler, but this movie was great. It was based on Carl Urban's version of Johnny Cage, which at first I was like, come on, bro, you're old. Great actor, bro. I loved you in The Boys, which we'll talk about later. I wanted to see a young Johnny Cage. No, I didn't want The Miz to play him. No, I don't want a WWE guy to come over here and try to play this role. I think it's going to be trash. He actually made the movie really good. And then Katana, because it was like based on Johnny Cage and Katana. These two characters are basically what drove Mortal Kombat 2. And they kind of set up for Mortal Kombat 3, which is great. But I don't think they actually have I think these two movies didn't have anything to grasp onto. What helped this movie, that they actually did the tournament in this, even though it was kind of like, how did you do this to make this happen? This is your logic to make it make sense. To me, this movie made the first one look worse. There's only 2 scenes in the first one that I enjoyed, and it only included the Scorpion. But for me, in my opinion, I think this movie made the first one look like, what the hell were you doing in the first one? This second movie should have been the first movie to introduce us to this world of Mortal Kombat. I like the setup for the third one, and I like the fact that they did a tournament in this one. The next one better have a tournament too. The thing I really enjoyed is the scenes more than anything, because like the story kind of lacked, but it was about Katana and Johnny Cage, which it followed both of them in different aspects of their lives, which is great and everything. But there's still something about this movie that I felt like was missing, and it didn't really take it all the way home for me. But I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think it should have been the first one. That's all I'm gonna say. In my opinion, this should have been the first movie. I kind of like what they're doing. It's like each movie is like a different person's perspective. I think in the next one it should be Liu Kang, because they kind of like set it up for it to be Liu Kang and Kung Lao's like story. I do hope that that's the route that they're gonna go. It kind of fell short from the hype, and it's okay. It's still, I still give it a passing. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Next movie on the docket is Star Wars The Mandalorian and Grogu. I didn't hate this movie. I actually went to go watch it with my mom because my mom loved The Mandalorian, and I was like, let's go watch Star Wars. Like, we had some time. It was on a Sunday, and I was like, let's go watch it. We both have time. Let's go. Y'all see Boba Fett, right? Y'all see Star Wars back there, right? Like, you can see where it says Empire Strike Back. Like, I know you can barely see it. Can you see the pod racer helmet Anakin wore, and then the last helmet that Anakin wore? Like, you gotta know that I'm a Star Wars fan. But this movie was just okay. Like, it wasn't like, oh my god, it beat all my expectations. It didn't suck, but I kind of could have just waited for it to be on Disney Plus, because this movie was basically 2 extra episodes to the show, but it really didn't progress the story. I felt like this told us the same story of Din Djarin being a father figure to Grogu. So to me, it was like So I don't know how to rate this one exactly. I kind of want to give it a 5 out of 10 because it's like a yes or no. It's not like passing, or it's not bad either, but 5 kind of seems bad. So I'm gonna give it a 5.5, I guess. But like I said, it's like, oh my god, it's not good, but it's not bad. It's all right. I mean, I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. They had all the Jabba the Hutts, which is all the Hutts, man. Like, they make me laugh. They always make me laugh. But I think what threw me off a lot was them fighting, because what is the nephew that was, or he's technically, I guess, is Jabba the Hutt's son, didn't want to have the reputation of his father, which I felt like this could have been an animated thing, which technically it was animated, but it could have been like, I don't know. To me, it was 2 big episodes, 2 long ass episodes of The Mandalorian, and they made it into this. So I gave it a 5. I just gave it a 5 out of 10. I don't care. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. And I'm a big Star Wars fan, but Star Wars, y'all been missing a lot. It's not hit and miss. It's just miss. So this one, I was just 5 out of 10. My next movie is my favorite movie of this month. It's Obsession. I told a few friends to go watch this. One of my closest friends, like, he's like a little brother to me. He told me, bro, let's go watch it. He already watched it with another friend of mine that's like another brother. And they went to go watch this movie. And I'm like, bro, y'all didn't invite me? That's crazy. And they were like, let's go. Let's go watch it. And he's like, it's that good that I want to watch it again. I was like, but is it scary? He's like, I think it could be. Like, it depends if you're a scaredy cat or not. But like, it wasn't, to me, it was a good psychological horror movie, which made me enjoy it because I love horror movies, right? I could do gory, I could do I like psychological thrillers. Those always get me. They always get me intrigued and stuff in the edge of my seat. But this movie, it was like, I've seen so many people review what this movie is and how we all feel this way, and I agree. This movie makes you feel like you've been there. So for the obsession, puns intended, of this person with this other person made the obsession look less obsessed. But I don't know how to make it make sense. Just go watch it. If you haven't gone to the theaters and if it's still out in theaters right now, go watch it. Because I know it's going to be in streaming or available to like buy in digital soon. But it doesn't give you justice, man. Like, you gotta watch this in the big screen. Indy Navarrete, she fucking killed it, bro. She did a great job. The dude who played the dude who played Bear, he did a great job too. And it's like, you put them together and you see the chemistry between them, but you're like, that's not the kind of chemistry that you were looking for. You were looking for something else. And then that movie is gonna make you mad because, like, the main character, Bear, he's gonna get on your nerves. He's gonna make you hate him. Because at first he's like an endearing character, and then you'll be like, am I that bad? And then you like as a guy, you're like, am I that bad? And then Nikki, I've seen posts of people saying that's just a toxic Latina, and I ain't even gonna play, bro. I kind of agree. But that's too obsessed, bro. That's toxica, bro. Like that's like crazy. That's like levels. But the director, Curry Barker, bro, he's one of my favorite Instagram and YouTube creators, bro. Like him and his friend Cooper always put like the funniest videos. Curry, he's so funny because you're like, you get so annoyed, but you love his character, man. Like anything he plays, he's always playing himself. He's like, no, I might put a clip. Hopefully, yeah, it don't get like copyrighted. If you're watching this part and you watch the end of the video, I'm gonna put a little clip of like one of the little skits. But anyways, Curry, man, God, I can't believe he directed this movie. He has a horror movie called Milk and Cereal that's on YouTube, and it's so good. This opened so many doors for him, and it opened so many doors for me. Any films that he made, I want to go back and rewatch all of them because Milk and Cereal was good. I didn't know Obsession was his movie. Oh my God, I'm talking so much about this movie. I'm so obsessed with this movie. This movie was really good. It's like my little brother. He told me to go watch this. I want to do like a review, a real review for that movie. Hopefully he's down to do it. And theories that I think of this movie, because there's theories that I don't think people have talked about yet, but I wrote it all down. I give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. Recommend it. If you see it, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it on digital, bro. I'm gonna buy it on DVD. I might get the steelbook, bro. If they have the steelbook, man, I'm gonna get it. That's how obsessed I am with this movie, man. It's a great movie. Definitely recommend it. The next movie that I watched was Backrooms. I know little to nothing about this. I just remember a picture, and then I think SCP kind of like piggybacked, or they did a version of this. I swear I read something about a room going to another room, and then it just turns into like creepy shit. I can't remember the SCP. If any of the SCP fans, comment down below what's your favorite SCP character, because I might check it out, or I might like do a review about it, because that's cool. SCP has some crazy monsters, bro. Like it's like, bro, it's cool. If you don't know about it, look it up on Reddit, or look it up on, just Google it, bro. Just Google Google SCP. It's a whole fucking rabbit hole, bro. Backrooms. This was directed by another YouTuber, bro. Bro, YouTubers, man, they're hitting it out the park for me, man. Just to see YouTubers actually make, you know, horror movies and stuff like that. It's, for me, I've always wanted to make a horror movie. I have a horror movie or a trailer to a horror movie, but I need to find it. I really enjoy this film. Again, I don't know enough to be like, oh, criticizing. And there's a lot of people criticizing it, but for my take, the character that the Backrooms follows, does that make sense? The character that the Backroom story follows in this movie kind of opened the door for other Backrooms, because they, and it's spoilers, right? But it shouldn't be spoilers because it's called Backrooms, bro. It's in the name. There's a bunch of Backrooms, and there's a bunch of levels to the Backrooms, and it kind of reminded me of Dante's Inferno, and I'm probably wrong about saying that, but I thought because of how they did it, how they shot that, the camera shot was so good. I really enjoyed that movie. I give that movie a 7.5 out of 10, even though there was a few things. It was just a slow burn. That's the only thing that held it back for me, the slow burn. And then the ending kind of collapsed a little bit on itself, literally. I enjoy the story. Some of the character, like the therapist, I wanted to know more about the therapist, but it's all right. I get it, you know. But it followed Captain Clark into the Backrooms, and then it became a whole thing. Backrooms for me is like a dream world where you can't really remember anything. It's like you misremember stuff, misremember people's faces, you misremember people's names, or how something was colored, or how people act and stuff like that. This movie for me was like, it was a good start of a franchise. I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. But once it got there, bro, and there was like one jump scare that was like towards the beginning of the film, but I still enjoyed the film overall. I watched 3 series this month that I was behind on. I watched The Boys season 5, which is the series finale. I watched Daredevil Born Again season 2, and then The Punisher. Technically that wasn't, it was like a mini movie. It was technically one episode. I'm gonna start off with The Boys season 5. I'm gonna tell you, I love The Boys. Like, I love the show. And when it came back, when the boys were back in town, I was excited. And this all built up to that last episode. The last episode for me was underwhelming. And the series as a whole, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. This season, to me, was like a 6.5 maybe out of 10. I think this is like the weakest season. and they built it up, and like you were excited because it was like the climax, and everybody had a good ending. I don't know. It's not like Game of Thrones, and it's not like Stranger Things to me, because those two shows ended like in a way that they knew they were gonna make the fans mad. Because I think that their mentality is like bad press is still good press kind of thing, you know, like bad criticism is still criticism, and that's what they need to get this movie or show, whatever. But The Boys, like I said, it ended right. Everybody who needed to die died. Everybody who should have lived, except one person, which I'm still mad about that, but it's okay. I get it, man. Y'all went a different route. Y'all didn't follow the comics, which the comic book reveal at the end would have been epic. Yeah, like y'all had a chance to be like, you know what? Let's pull a rabbit out of the hat. This would have been awesome. Still a good ending. The series for me is a 7 out of 10. So I do recommend The Boys. Great watch. Not recommended for kids. Please don't let your kids watch this. It's too raunchy. It's too horny. It's too gruesome. It's rated for mature audience only. Please, like, don't watch The Boys with kids. Don't do that. Or family that don't know you have a fetish. So Daredevil Born Again is a soft reboot to the Daredevil series that was on Netflix, which I thought was great. All 3 seasons of the Daredevil were awesome. Born Again, I feel like the first one, it was a good setup, but it left you wanting more, and I get it. That's what they were wanting us to want more. Season 2 was great. They raised the stakes. Daredevil kind of set up another Defenders movie, but I feel like they're teasing Spider-Man, which I think they did tease Spider-Man in this. And from the trailers from Brand New Day, it looked like we're in the same spot of the ending of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Season 2 was great. I'm telling you, man, bro, they went there. This season was awesome. It was great. It reminded me of the Netflix series, which I'm telling you, the Netflix series for me was great. It was fantastic. I love all 3 seasons. Have no complaints. Season 1 of Daredevil Born Again was a slow burn, but it was still good. It was awesome. The suits were great. The suits were great. Bro, the suit that they had in this season was so... Bro, I loved it. I give this show an 8 out of 10. I'm so happy that they didn't even address She-Hulk, because She-Hulk is okay, but for me it's like Mandalorian and Grogu. It didn't progress the story for me. It was all right. I'm glad that like Daredevil Born Again, it was just Daredevil. It was focused on Daredevil and Hell's Kitchen, the Kingpin. I didn't really care about Karen. I still, bro, even in the old series, I've talked to different friends about this, but the old series, I didn't even care for Karen back then. I'm like, she's a beautiful actress. She's great. But I hate her character. Oh my God, I just don't like her character. Her character gets on my nerves, bro. I don't know if that's how they wrote her, or is that just how I take her. That sounded wrong. Pause. Daredevil Born Again Season 2, great watch. I do recommend it. Go watch it. And the last thing that I watched recently was The Punisher, The Last Kill, or the first kill, the first to last kill. I don't know. For me, it was basically summarizing what happened in Netflix and then just turning it into one, like his trauma and then him becoming the Punisher. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 because it was a good one show. It was an episode of Punisher. It's like reintroducing the character, but now with Disney and Marvel backing it instead of just Netflix. The Netflix series was still good. Season 1 was really good. Season 2, it was all right, but it's just like this episode that we got, this special presentation, right, of the Punisher. I didn't hate it. We got to see Frank Castle. We all love Frank Castle, but at one point of this show or this episode or this special presentation, he was just grunting, and I just started laughing. I'm like, bro, he's been doing that for the past, like, how long is this episode? Like 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 40 something. It was almost 50 minutes long, and all I hear is like him screaming, and like I'm like, all right, we've had enough screaming. I don't know if this kind of like this is, they kind of painted the reason why Punisher wasn't around was because he was in his little melodramatic kind of like, you know, pity party era, and then he just like snapped out of it, which I love Punisher. Bro, I'll give you this, it was gruesome. It gave you like kills that you wanted. It was like they gave you like a little boring beginning. It was like a little slow burn, and it's crazy because again, it was like under an hour. It was like 50 minutes long. But they gave you this long ass beginning and why this is happening, and then one person that basically put a hit marker, not like John Wick, but on Punisher. And like this person put a hit marker on Frank Castle because he killed all their family, and then they all go crazy, and then this made him snap into being the Punisher again because he feels like he needs to bring justice. I need you guys to answer me this question. If you can answer down below, is Punisher a hero, a superhero, or a anti-hero? Because in my point of view, I love the Punisher. I love the old one, the Thomas Jane one. Great. I love that movie. It was corny, but when I was a kid, it was like watching Blade, but Blade is really good. I felt like the first two Blades were really good. The third one was just like a guilty pleasure kind of movie. The Ray Stevenson Punisher was great, but it was like less talking and more like action, which was great. But the story was kind of Jigsaw and all that stuff. It was kind of whatever. But anyways, this series is great. I hope we see more Frank Castle. I hope we see more Daredevil, and I hope it's soon. I hope Spider-Man Brand New Day is us seeing these like lower heroes that we all love and we all know have like a shot like to shine and like in the big screen all together. Like seeing Daredevil in his suit in a movie, seeing Punisher there. Like Punisher is in Brand New Day, so why not have Daredevil there, bro? Like this is a missed opportunity, Marvel. Like if you guys are not taking advantage that y'all have Daredevil right there, I feel like they're messing with us. Like Charlie Cox is like, I'm not even in that movie. You're lying. I don't believe you. But I don't know. But that was my review for May. You guys let me know down below if you think this is a cool series, if I do like little reviews like this of shows and movies that I've watched throughout each month. We'll see how this goes. If this picks up, then it picks up. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. Let me know down below. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this. Let your friends know, man. I'm trying to do my thing here, man. This is a hobby right now. I love it. I always love recording. I've been doing this for years. I've always started a new channel, always started something new, but this was a refresher and I'm trying to give it up my all. Your support means a lot to me. A like, a comment, a follow, anything. Share this, man. Like, share this with your friends. Thank you guys for watching and always supporting this channel. If you guys are still here, love you guys. See you guys on the next one, and always remember, that's life. Peace. So you can see the gray in my beard. I think the other lighting was a little bit darker. Couldn't see the gray, but you can see the wisdom coming out of my beard.